Happy Friday, boys and girls. We are ready for our next math lesson. And today we're actually going to combine day 4 and day 5. So we're going to do a little bit of both today. So I'm excited for it because today has a lot of fun, different math problem solving. So let's go ahead and let's get started. And I'm going to go ahead and look at day 4. So remember, for this math packet, they give 5 days, and since we don't have school, we have school on Monday, but since we don't have, I'm not giving you assignments on Monday. This is something that you can absolutely do more of on Monday if you need some extra time. But you guys are going to rock this. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the first question. It's called telling time. You have to write the time shown on each clock. So I kind of did a little reminder for you. Remember, the shorter hand's the hour hand, and then the longer hand's the minute hand. So whenever we talk about clocks, the minute hand's going to be on it's that outside 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and then we do a double zero. So right now my minute hand is actually right on the 15. So that's super, super convenient for me because I can easily just put 15 right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, get my minutes. Now, what's my hour though? So remember whenever we talk about the hour, and I'm looking at this super closely, you can see when it's between the 1 and the 2 right there, right? It's not, you always want to kind of look at the one that's back here. It's not quite 2 o'clock. It's almost, it's right here. It's past 1. So it's 1:15. So that's my time, 1:15 for this one. It can't be 2:15. If it was 2:15, then the hand would be closer right about here. So it's 15 minutes past 1. All right, let's look at this next one. So again, I'm going to look at my minute hand. So I know, and I did it over here for you. So look, 30, 31, 32. So it's 32. There's my minutes, 32 minutes. But my hour hand, look where it's at, right? So it can't be quite, it's not, look, I'm between 4 and 5. So I can't say it's 5:32 because if it was 5:32, it would be right here at 5:32, almost to 6 o'clock. We are at 4:32. We are almost to 5 o'clock. That's kind of how you can think about it. You can think about, okay, what am I getting closer to? I'm getting pretty close almost to 5 o'clock. If I said 5:32, then that means I'd be close to 6 o'clock. And this hour hand is nowhere near 6 o'clock. We're not close there yet. All right, so I want you guys to try to do these next 2 clocks on your own. Do your hour and minute hand. Send me a picture so I can check your work for you. Now for this next question, this is a visual pattern. These are super fun. You get to draw what you think step 4 might look like. Label how many squares are in each stage. So I'm excited because I want to label these with you. So here on top, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 squares on top. I'm just going to label it, which you can do that too. And I have 1 right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 1. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a total. There's a total of 6, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. All right, let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I have 6 on top. 6, and then how many's on the side here? Not 1 now. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. But look what it did. It went 1 underneath, and then it added another one. So it's really like 2 and 2. So it's 2 and 2. Interesting what's happening here. So I'm going to put 2 and 2, right? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we went from 6 to 10. All right, let's go to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. So now we have 7 on the top part. So we went from 5 on the top, 6 on the top, 7 on the top, and then look what happened. We had 1 column. Now we have 2 columns with 2 in each. Now we have, oh my goodness, 3 columns. And I'm actually looking at this. I know I put there's 2 in each, but actually you could say there's 3 in each, couldn't you? Because I'm going to draw my line here. I'm just counting these 2, right? But look what's happening here. Now there's 3 in each. Wow. So I went from having 2 in each to now I have 3 in each, and there's 3 columns. So it's a 1 by 1, it's a 2 by 2, it's a 3 by 3. So what do you think the next step would look like? So we can see the order, 5, 6, 7. So your next picture would have 8 squares on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But this is a 1 by 1. It's a 2 by 2. It's a 3 by 3. So the next one's going to be a 4 by 4. So can you go ahead and draw what step 4 might look like? You might be able to fit it right here. You might fit it right here. I want to see what your next step looks like. All right. For the last part on this Thursday paper, this is called noticing. This is pretty quick. On a piece of paper, you're going to make 2 columns. I just did it to the side, which is what you can do. In one column, list the things that are the same in this picture. So what's the same? And in the other column, tell me all the things that are different. So I'm going to get us started, and then you guys can go ahead and add some more. I'm going to put 2 in each. And then I want to see if you guys can come up with at least 3 more. 3 or 2 more, let's say that. So what's the same about these? Well, let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they both have 6 squares. How else are they the same? Can you think about anything else? I know one reason right here. They're both color, right? They both are colorful. Sure, they both have colors. What did I just say? They both use squares. So you can come up with as many reasons as you can about how they are the same. Try to come up with at least 2 more reasons. Now, how are these different? What can I say about how they are different? Well, first of all, one is blue, one is yellow. That's probably the quickest one that you see here. But what else is different about these? How are they arranged? Can you explain how they are arranged differently? Okay, I want you to come up with at least 2 more reasons how they are different. Okay, I want to see that. 1 more reason, 2 more reasons here. How are they different? All right, everybody, we're going to keep moving on here because we're doing day 4 and day 5 today. So for day 5 right here, we're going to look at this baking brownies. Now, for this story, I went ahead and I underlined some really key things that you need to know. Brad likes to bake brownies. It takes him 15 minutes to mix up all the ingredients. 15 minutes to mix them up. Then the brownies need to bake for 25 minutes. After they cool off for 7 minutes, how long does it take Brad to have brownies ready to eat? Show your work. So boys and girls, you need to think about 15 minutes to mix them up, 25 minutes to bake, and they have to cool off for 7. So how many minutes total is that? So you're going to need to add up all of these minutes and then figure out how many minutes till it takes Brad to have the brownies ready to eat. Don't forget to show your work. You have plenty of space here to add those up. All right, and the last part on Friday, because one of these parts I'm going to leave as an option for you, is the big part. And this is what I'm really excited about doing with you guys today. We're going to be sorting quadrilaterals. Now, remember, a quadrilateral is any polygon, which we've been talking about, that has 4 sides. But we're going to be learning about 2 specific quadrilaterals today. We're going to be talking about trapezoids and parallelograms. Now, a trapezoid is a quadrilateral, 4 sides, with exactly 1 pair of parallel lines. Remember what parallel is? And it's even in the word. And I see those double L's right there. Parallel, 2 lines that will never intersect. They can go diagonal, up and down, to the side, parallel. 1 pair of parallel lines. So that means like a pair of shoes. There's got to be, you can see the pair right here. Look, 1 pair. These are not parallel because look, eventually they will actually, they'll crash. That's not parallel. Parallel lines will never, ever intersect. So we have to be on the lookout for those, okay? So for this first problem, you need to find the parallel lines in these trapezoids. One pair here. So I'm looking and I can see my first pair. Do you see? It's this line and this line. And I'll stretch my circles out a little bit. And then you can put X's on the parts that aren't parallel. So I can see these two lines will never touch. But look, this one and this one will eventually crash. So that's going to be an X. That's going to be a big X right there. All right, let's look at this next one. Where are my parallel lines at? Do you see where they're at right here? I can see right where they're at, and I don't know if I can actually round this. I'm going to try to. My parallel lines are right. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'll just draw it with my, this is my parallel line, and this is my parallel line. Do you see how these are parallel? This is not, and this is not parallel. They will crash. Try these. Where are the parallel lines in this? Do these next two on your own. Now, the difference between a trapezoid and a parallelogram is that a parallelogram is a quadrilateral, but it has two pairs of parallel lines. So it says to circle one pair in blue and another pair in red. Now, if you don't have blue and red, that's okay. You could actually just have like a pencil and a pen, right? You want two different colors of some sort. So find the pairs of parallel lines. So if I look right here, I can see one pair of parallel lines is right here. I'll do this one in purple. And then where is my other pair of parallel lines? Can you find the other pair of parallel lines there? And it looks like my other pair, oh, I don't think I can switch that, is going to be here. Okay? Now, what I want you guys to do is to try to do some of these on your own. Find the parallel parts as well. So you should have found with your pencil or pen, this is parallel to this. Do you see it? Parallel, parallel. What about here? So I can see that this is parallel to this. Try to get my circles ready for you guys, and I'll delete these ones. And then this one is parallel. I'll change my color here. So do you see how it doesn't really matter which colors I exactly have as long as they're two of the same so that you don't get those confused. Now I want you guys to go ahead and try these other two all by yourself. Okay, so find your two pairs of parallel lines. So one pair, two pairs. Now, for this part right here, we're going to be talking about trapezoids, and also we're going to be talking about parallelograms. Now, trapezoids have one pair of parallel lines and parallelograms have two pairs. Now, they want you to color your trapezoids in orange. If you don't have orange, just make it blue. Make it a pencil. And then the parallelograms need to be in purple. Make it an opposite color. So I went ahead and I found a trapezoid. Do you see how this trapezoid's in orange? Because it's only one pair of parallel lines. You can circle those to find. So look, pair and a pair right here. There are not two pairs. Two pairs would be parallelogram. That'd be purple. But look, this is a parallelogram because this is parallel to this and this is parallel to this. Those are all parallel. It's a parallelogram. Now I want you to take a look at this, and I put a little orange in it so that we could talk about this one together because look, where are the parallel lines in this picture? So this line right here would crash with this one right there. And this one would eventually crash with this line. This actually is not a parallelogram, and it's also not a trapezoid. It has four sides, so it's a quadrilateral, but it's neither. It's not a trapezoid or a parallelogram. So this one can't be colored at all. This is nothing. You can even put an X through it if you want to put an X through it to help you. But it's not a quadrilateral or a parallelogram. You're going to have two of those. You're going to have two quadrilaterals that don't meet either of the requirements today. Thing The last thing that you guys have today is you have this optional game here that you can play, and you can have a calculator or you can try to do it by yourself, totally optional. You guys are going to rock this today. It's a fun one. I can't wait to see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.